Welcome back, everybody, to Café Stella, where we're just waking up.
I believe that is what is happening, considering the fact that we just got done doing things. When I open my eyes, I find myself in my own apartment. But something seems a little off. The room itself doesn't seem any different, but what is this smell? This smelly smell that smells
Smelly.
anchovies.
おはようございます。
You're not an anchovy.
Hey. Is that coffee I smell?
Oh, well then I really hope it doesn't smell like anchovies.
豆をひいた粉があったので、頂戴したんですけど。
Well, that's fine. I told you yesterday to help yourself to whatever, didn't I? This apartment belongs to both of us now. What's mine is yours, and what's yours is mine.
はい、ありがとうございます。
If you had time to make a cup of coffee, though, you must have been up for a while. How come you're still in bed?
好きな人の寝顔を見てました。
That's not creepy at all.
とっても可愛い寝顔でしたよ。
You didn't draw on my face or something, did you?
さあ、どうでしょうね。
I'll be right back.
But nobody ever gives us a mirror.
Judging by those giggles, I'm guessing you didn't pull any pranks on me.
そんな風に見透かされてしまうと、いたずらしておけばよかったって思っちゃいますね。
Yeah.
I think that was supposed to be a stretching noise, but...
It just reminded me of the Scroll of Truth meme.
I mean, we can stick with that interpretation.
Okay, let's go with that stretch then.
Sitting up, I give my back a large stretch and breathe in.
All right.
The scent of coffee helps clear my head.
It smells great.
While I've been woken up to the smell of miso soup before, this might be the first time I've woken up to the smell of coffee. Nozomi and I do drink coffee, but not too often.
これ、ブルマンですよね。もしかして、あの時入れたコーヒー、気に入ってくれたんですか？
And it only cost me one whole paycheck.
Yeah, kind of. But I also bought it because it reminded me of you when I thought you were gone. But I must have screwed up making it somehow. It didn't taste anything like the coffee you made.
コウセイさんのも入れましょうか。それとも別なものの方がいいですか？
Kind of special blend.
No, coffee's fine. In fact, I'd love a cup of your coffee. I didn't have time to enjoy it yesterday.
わかりました。それではすぐに準備しますね。とはいえ、道具も違いますから、あの時の味とは違うと思いますけど。
As long as you're the one making it for me, that's all that matters. Besides, I'm sure it'll taste much better than what I made.
わかりました。
Kanna moves to get up from the bed, but suddenly stops and blushes with embarrassment.
そんなに見られると恥ずかしいと言いますか、正直困るんですけど。
I definitely wouldn't mind seeing you walk around like that, though.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't stop you from opening up all of the blinds.
But if you want, you can use my shirt. It should be easy to put on.
じゃあ、ちょっとお借りしますね。
She slips her arms into the shirt I pass her.
ブカブカ。これって彼シャツってやつですね。どうですか？
Super cute.
She didn't button up the shirt all the way, so her cleavage is visible. I almost think she was trying to seduce me, but seeing as it's men's clothing, it's probably just too tight around her chest.
このシャツ、コウセイさんの匂いがします。
It does? I thought I washed it.
臭いとかじゃなくて、私この匂い好きですから、気にしないでください。
Is this payback for last night? I feel like it's payback for last night.
それじゃコーヒーを入れますね。
Sure, thanks. Oh, and since it's morning, could you put some milk in it for me too?
ミルクを
Not that kind.
Not that kind. Why do you sound so surprised?
だって私母乳なんてまだ出ませんよ。
Yet?
Wait, why was that a yet? I never said breast milk. All I want is a cup of coffee with regular milk.
Moo juice.
そうなんですか。もうそれならそうと最初から言ってください。びっくりしちゃうじゃないですか。
I will also take goat milk.
Okay.
I feel like we've gone over this before.
Kanna heads off towards the kitchen wearing nothing except my dress shirt. Nice. Naturally, my eyes are drawn to her body. Her bare thighs. Scanning. Her privates just barely out of sight. Scanning. Her proudly displayed cleavage. Oh, crap. I thought I'd gotten it all out of my system last night.
Yeah, that's not how it works.
No. But as I ogle Kanna's body, I feel my arousal beginning to swell, among other things. She sways her hips cheerfully back and forth. Each time she did this, the hem of her shirt would sway as well, giving me a tiny glimpse of what lay underneath. All the while, my arousal continues to swell. As does my crotch. Before I knew it, my hello is as hard as a rock and standing at attention. Johnson.
Hello!
Hello there! I slowly stand up. As does he. Making my way over to the kitchen, I hug Kanna from behind while she prepares my coffee, pressing our bodies together.
昴生さん、どうかしたんですか？今火を使っているので。
I flip the hem of her shirt with my okay and push it directly against her pale cheeks. We're just going right in.
このお尻に当たってるのって勃起ですか？
No, I'm just happy to see you.
Maybe. It is?
でも昨日は空っぽって言ってましたよね。
I got better.
That was like 8 hours ago. I was, but I recovered after a night of rest.
そんなロールプレイングゲームみたいなことが。
Mana?
I recover after a long or short rest.
Yeah.
Did you have a good time last night?
それ当事者の昴生さんが言うことじゃないと思います。 もし
What
か
are you
して
buying?
さっき言っていたコーヒーに入れるミルクってこっち私に絞れと。
It's what I'm selling.
Why would I want to? I'm not that degenerate. Look, this has nothing to do with coffee, all right? You just looked sexy in the dress shirt, so that's why I'm hard.
Kanna turns beet red and looks down at her feet. She must have recalled last night's events. Seeing her react so cutely is only making it harder to hold back.
起きたばっかりですよ。こんな朝から。
Nonsense.
It's the New Year holiday, though, so there's no work or school. We'll have the entire day to spend at home.
I press my "this is very detailed" even harder against her. All right. You read it. Kanna flinches, trying to escape from my arms.
暮らし始めたのも昨日からですよ。なのにいきなりこんなの。溺れちゃったらどうするんですか？
Ideally, yes.
Is that a trick question?
I mean, I don't see a problem with that. It feels amazing, doesn't it? Kanna, I love you.
そうやって好きだ好きだって言いながらおねだりすれば何でも叶うと思わないでください。
Why not?
もう
Despite saying this, Kanna turns off the stove and turns on me. I was enjoying Kanna's "oh, righty then," until suddenly Nozomi walked in on us all of a sudden.
Oh,
He didn't
no.
lock the door. This is I brought this up in the last episode. I was like, you really should tell Nozomi to avoid these incidents.
Wait, doesn't Nozomi have a key?
Oh yeah, you know what? You're right. So that's why you tell her.
Yeah, that is actually correct. Yes.
いやまあねえ、二人は付き合ってるわけで子供でもないんだからそういうことだってあるよね。
You know, I'm surprised she didn't just nope out like a Homer Simpson in the bushes.
頭では分かってるんだよ。でもあんな光景初めて見たから。
Don't worry, that was a completely understandable reaction that we did not see. We're really sorry you had to see that.
すみませんでした。いや、私も鍵を預かってるとはいえ、勝手に開けてごめんなさい。
Ah, see, the door was locked.
Yeah, okay, fair.
That's fine. You've been taking care of me in all sorts of ways since I moved here, but more importantly...
Not those ways.
Is it alright if I close the windows soon?
I was wondering why everybody was wearing their coats.
そうだね。もういいよね。
Oh, we were letting the air filter out?
Yep. I'm really kind of surprised it didn't just smell like coffee. Obviously, before anything else, we had to make ourselves presentable. After Kanna and I got dressed and quickly cleaned up, we'd opened the windows to air the room out, despite it being the middle of winter. Only then were we finally able to sit down and talk.
とにかく本当にすみませんでした。
I apologize you had to see something private.
確かにものすごく恥ずかしい姿だったよ。とはいえ、この部屋はコウセイ君に貸してる部屋だし、私が怒る道理はないんだけど。
No, you were right. I should have been more cautious.
Should have at least put a sock on the door.
I don't know why I didn't tell you earlier.
That was what I was trying to figure out.
ちゃんとって？二人が付き合ってることはもう知ってるけど。
Oh, not that. I mean the fact that Kanna decided to move in with me.
それって同棲ってこと？そうなります。はい。
Somebody who knows Morse code, what did she just say?
I was planning to introduce her to your parents, well, seeing as they're my landlords. But I thought it was best to wait until after New Year's.
そうだね。今はちょっとバタバタしてるから。でも大丈夫だと思うよ。このマンション単身専用ってわけでもないしね。
This apartment is for one Kousei, and I don't know, some other people?
Well, in fairness, I was about to say, maybe they'll be okay with us switching out the twin-size bed now then? 'Cause tight quarters.
True.
タイミングを見て私の方から軽く話しておくから。コウセイ君は改めてお父さんに連絡をして。
Kousei, my boy, tell me everything.
Well, that'd be great. I'll have to remember if I can ask him to get another spare key made, too.
Why couldn't you just take your own key and get a spare made? That's what I do. I mean, you're not supposed to, but whatever.
預かってるの渡そうか？
Nah, that's okay. I just want to get your dad's permission first before I make one.
わかった。私もこれからは無遠慮に入らないようにする。というか、今までが気軽すぎたね。ごめん。
No, I'm the one who's always been relying on you. Sorry about that. Thanks.
いえいえ、どういたしまして。突然すみません、のぞみさん。気にしないでください。こうせいくんのことよろしくお願いします。これからは大変だとは思いますけど。
Thanks, Mom.
確かにね。別に私が言うことじゃないね。あ、でもうちに挨拶よりもちゃんと和文のおじさんに報告しなよ。
Who?
Oh, yeah, because he also has the tendency to just barge in.
Oh, well, that's kind of hard since he's not in Japan.
そうかもしんないけど、それでもちゃんと言っておくべきなの。
I'll leave a note at the cigarette store. It'll be fine.
I'll consider it.
拗ねてる子供みたい。
I'm not trying to act this way. It's just...
はいはい、とにかくお邪魔しました。おせちは2人でどうぞ。え、のぞみさんは？昼から夜まで巫女の手伝いがあるんです。おせちも家にはまだ残ってますからね。気にしないでください。今日もですか？本当に大変ですね。毎年のことですから。それじゃあ失礼しますね。
Thanks for the osechi.
ありがとうございます。食べさせてもらいますね。はい、それじゃあ。
After putting on her coat, Nozomi heads out the door. But now that she's gone, I don't really feel like picking up where we left off.
何かいやらしいことを考えている顔ですね。
And you're not?
I'm not.
本当ですか？
I was just thinking about how we still haven't eaten breakfast yet. Come on, let's have some of that osechi.
そうですね。割り箸は確か昨日引き出しの中に。
Oh, right. You don't even have your own chopsticks yet, or your own cup. After we eat, let's do a bit of shopping. Whatever you need, we can go pick it up together.
はい、そうですね。
First, though, we need to eat.
Kanna and I settle down under the kotatsu and dig into our osechi.
あ、美味しい。さすがですね。これのぞみさんが作ったんでしょうか？
I'm sure she helped, but she probably didn't make everything. I doubt she would have had the time.
こうせいさんはいつもこのおせちを食べてきたんですか？
Yeah, I guess. Even when I don't spend New Year's with Nozomi's family, they always make sure to bring me something.
こんなに美味しい味と比べられるとちょっと大変かも。
It's okay, I'm sure you'll do better than my dad's cooking. It's not really a competition. There's no need to compare your food to theirs. Besides, I love the food you make, Kanna. Just knowing that my girlfriend wants to cook for me is already more than enough.
お気持ちはありがたいですけどね。不満とか好みもちゃんと教えてください。名実ともにちゃんと一番になりたいですから。私、意外と欲張りなんです。
Alright. Same goes for you, Kanna. Let me know if there's anything that you ever want me to change. Apparently I can be pretty thick-headed sometimes, but I'll do whatever it takes to satisfy you.
はい、わかりました。ところで、こうせいさんはいつもお正月は家で過ごしてるんですか？
Well, when I was a kid, I'd usually spend it with the sumizomes. But after I grew old enough to realize I was being a burden, I mostly started spending it on my own.
Nozomi's parents would probably be rather upset to hear me say that, though.
お父さん、和文さんとは過ごさないんですか？
Who? Not really. But just for the record, it's not that I prefer being alone or anything. Being able to spend the holidays with you makes me incredibly happy.
はい。私もとっても幸せです。お正月となるとやっぱり人が多いんでしょうか。
There were probably a lot more shoppers hoping to catch the door crasher sales this morning, but since it's already past noon, I doubt it'll be too packed. Still, it might be a little crowded, so we'd better stick close.
もう
Sticking close. I pull Kanna's body close, somewhat forcefully. Although it visibly catches her off guard, she doesn't try to pull away. In fact, she leans against my arm.
By the way, what should we do about the bed? I still think it's a little too small.
2人で並んで寝るにはちょっぴり狭いですね。でもいいんじゃないですか。少なくとも今はこのままでも。
Well, if you say so. Man, it's really busy today.
Is it? Is it?
でもこれくらいがちょうどいいんですよね。
Teasingly, Kanna wraps her arm around mine, pressing her boob against my elbow.
You're doing that on purpose, aren't you?
あらら、嬉しくないですか？
I do. Immensely. There's just one problem. It's kinda difficult for me to walk this way.
本当に元気ですね、昴生さんって。今朝もあんなにいっぱい出したのに。
That's just how guys my age are.
そういうのはもう少し恥ずかしそうに言うことだと思うんですけど。
I can't help it. I love you, Kanna.
私も大好きですよ。
I'd like nothing more than to go home right now and push you down on the bed.
それじゃあここに来た意味がないじゃないですか。気持ちはまあわかりますけど。もうこれくらいなら外でも。
Nyeh.
Kanna gives me a brief peck on the lips.
ほら行きましょう。ちょっとプラプラしながら選びたいのでいろいろと見て回っていいですか？
Yeah, sure. I want to see what kind of things you're interested in too, but can we walk a little slower?
Just start waddling around. The bulge in my pants has grown more conspicuous than ever thanks to that kiss. Dun-dun-dun, 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 dun.
He's just walking like a penguin.
Although most stores had sold out of their New Year's mystery bags by now, there was still plenty of actual merchandise left in stock.
これかわいい。着回しも便利そう。
I guess you prefer simpler designs?
そうですね。コテコテだったりフリフリしたのはあまり着ないかもしれませんね。
You don't like these kind of clothes?
あんまり目の前でゆらゆらしてると帝さんの狩りの本能が目を覚まして飛びかかってきたりするので。
You know, that makes sense. What is he, a cat? Yeah. Oh, wait.
昴生さんはシンプルよりもそっちの方が好きなんですか？
I don't know, it might activate my hunting instincts too.
I'm imagining him doing it, but he's in his human form.
It's in the middle of work and he's just like, nya, nya.
Yeah. He
What is the
just
manager
punches
doing?
her. He just punches her in the face. Nah, simple's good. I like simple. For example, that dress shirt you wore this morning, you looked amazing. And you looked just as beautiful without any clothes on, too.
しー、こんな人の多い場所で何を言ってるんですか？
It's true, though.
ここで服を見ててまた変なことを言われるとかなわないのでそろそろ移動しましょうか。
To the lingerie store.
Alright, I guess it's time to go buy things we actually need.
To the lingerie store.
Doodaloo. Since we're here, I might as well buy some new stuff too. Maybe we can get matching cups.
昴生さんってやっぱり夢見がちなところがありますよね。
What? Is that too tacky?
Only if they're airbrushed.
そんなことはありませんよ。私も嬉しいです。
Kanna snuggles in close, hugging my arm. Although this makes it somewhat hard to walk, the joy of feeling her beside me is more than enough to make up for it.
So we've got chopsticks, cups, plates, bowls, plus a few more odds and ends. I think that should be everything.
あとはお皿にのせる夕食の方ですね。
Oh, that's right. This fridge? The
This fridge right here on display has no food inside of it. What are the odds?
How weird. Ah, that's right. The fridge is completely emptied out.
今日の夕食も任せてもらっていいですか？
I'll go right ahead. If you want to cook, I've got no complaints.
私は材料を買ってから帰りますね。すみませんが、荷物をお願いしてもいいですか？
Don't leave me.
You don't want me to come with you?
荷物がかなり増えちゃいましたから。
I guess that's true.
Although each individual item isn't very heavy, carrying all of our purchases combined would be quite cumbersome. Both of my hands are already full. Even if I tag along with Kanna, I won't be of any help.
Alright, I'll head home first then. I'll be waiting for you.
はい、私もすぐに帰りますね。
After saying goodbye to Kanna, I make my way back to the apartment.
さてと、それじゃあまずは買い物をしてと。あれ？カンナさん？どうしたんですか？のぞみさん、よかった。私に何か用事ですか？もしかして今朝のことですか？大丈夫です。誰にも言いませんから。というか、言えないですから、あんなの。それはその話ではなくて、昴生さんのことで聞きたいことがあるんです。少し時間をもらえると嬉しいんですが、やっぱり難しいですか？ちょっと待ってくださいね。休憩に入ることだけ連絡してきますから。昴生君と和文さんのことですか？
Okay.
はい。以前にお店のことで和文さんがアドバイスをしてくれた時、昴生さんは苦手みたいなことを言っていました。私、本気で昴生さんのことが好きで、幸せにしてあげたい。だから、ちゃんと知っておきたいんです。本人に内緒でこういうことをするのは、ちょっと後ろめたいんですけど。昴生君って素直じゃないですもんね。わかりました。それでもし昴生君が怒ったら、私も一緒に謝ります。って、多分怒りはしないでしょうけど。ありがとうございます。とは言ったものの、私も語れるほど何かを知ってるわけじゃないんですけど。そうなんですか？大きな喧嘩をしたとか、そういうのではないと思います。多分。そもそも喧嘩するほどのコミュニケーションもないままと言いますか。和文さんが海外でずっと仕事をしてきたからですか？多分。あすみさんが生きていた頃はそれでもよかったんでしょうけど。あすみさんというと昴生さんのお母さんですよね。
あすみさんが亡くなった時も和文さんは海外ですぐに戻ってくることもできなくって。
その溝が今も埋まっていないままなんですか。
私がそう思ってるだけですから。父と息子はそれくらいの距離で普通と言われるとそういうものかもしれないです。
ですが、今朝の雰囲気から考えると全くの勘違いということではないと思います。
あすみさんが亡くなってから何年かは和文さんと一緒に暮らしてましたよ。極端に仲が悪いとか喧嘩してるとかでもないっていうのがこれまた困ったところでして。
明確な原因がないのなら仲直りというわけでもありませんね。
はい、だから様子を見てるんですけど、何かきっかけがあればとは思うんですけどね。
あともう一つお願いがあるんですが。
なんでしょう。
昴生さんの好きな味付けですとか教えてもらいたいんですけど、いいですか？
はあ、いへへ。
なんですか？
昴生君は幸せ者ですね。よかった。
I've missed Nozomi's.
昴
Hee
生
hee
君の
hee.
こと大切に思ってくれる人が現れて、しかも恋人になってくれて。
I know, I have to.
好きな味付けでしたね。私でわかることなら。
Everything. Once I get home, the first thing I do is organize the kitchen. I take out our matching cups. Then I stack the bowls and plates, placing the chopsticks, forks, and spoons into the utensil drawer. Little by little, the empty space in my kitchen is starting to fill up. As it does, the fact that I'm going to be living with Kanna from now on truly begins to sink in.
I wonder what she's gonna make for dinner tonight.
Suddenly, my phone blips. It's a message from Kanna.
部屋に土鍋はありますか？
Sorry, we don't. Want me to come pick you up?
心配しないでください。何か買って帰るものはありますか？
Not really.
すぐに帰りますね。
Okay, see you in a bit.
Finally, I send her a cute sticker. It's just a simple text conversation, but it feels different than texting my friends. This is a conversation between two people who live together.
A nabe pot, though.
Maybe buying one wouldn't be such a bad idea. After all, I'm not living on my own now.
Living together with someone is kinda nice.
Not that this is my first experience with it. Mom used to do chores around the house when I was little. And I lived with my dad back when he was staying in Japan. But to me...
Those 2 weeks.
But to me, it's still something that seems rather out of the ordinary. When I was young, my mom was in and out of the hospital fairly often. While she was at home, she tried her best to do as much housework as she could manage. But in retrospect, the vast majority of my memories were of Mom smiling at me from her hospital bed. Dad was always working overseas. He'd fly back from time to time to check in on us, but then he'd take off again soon after. After Mom died, he ended up staying in Japan for an extended period, since obviously I couldn't live on my own as a child. I wasn't exactly in my rebellious phase at the time, but neither was I young enough to be overly dependent on my father.
お前、今日は休みか？暇ならどこかに遊びに行くか？
Nah.
Huh? Oh, No, thanks. I'm just gonna take a nap in my room.
そうか。飯はどうするんだ？何か作るか？
You know how to cook?
いや、自信はないけど。
Why don't you just ask Sumizome-san for help? You don't need to force yourself out of your comfort zone.
そうか。
Ultimately, the both of us decided it would be best for the Sumizomis to take care of me. Oh, he was actually trying, though.
Yeah.
Man, that actually makes me feel really bad for him.
Mm-hmm.
After all, we weren't so much a father and son living together as we were two people who lacked the ability to make a living. Eventually, I encouraged my dad to go back overseas before I headed off for university. Ever since then, I've been on my own.
Come to think of it, I've been living in this apartment for quite a while now. Not that I've ever had any problems with that, but still.
Now I'm starting a life where I'm not the only person around. A life with someone I truly and honestly love. My heart swells with excitement at the thought. But at the same time, it also fills me with unease. The bell rings.
Hello?
私です。カンナです。買い物から戻りました。
I don't have a key yet. Let me in, please.
Oh, one sec. I'll let you in. What was that feeling just now? All I did was unlock the door for her. Why does that feel embarrassing?
Good question. Normally, I had no problem answering the door when ordering food or accepting a delivery. I never thought I'd feel awkward about doing the same for Kanna. I guess that's just how mechanically I always used to respond to things. Still, we've already gone as far as having sex, so it doesn't make much sense for me to be acting like this around her at this point.
Welcome back, Kanna.
はい。ただいまです。
This is really embarrassing. I can feel my back itching. Still, I think it's important to get out of my comfort zone. And above all, the last thing I want is to treat my time with Kanna like it's nothing special. These feelings well up naturally inside my chest.
それじゃあ早速夕食の準備をしますね。
I'll help you.
いいですよ。ゆっくりしててください。
Oh, that just feels rude, though.
もしかして私のことを信用してくれてないんですか？
That's not what I said.
Well, that's pretty much what my internal thought said.
Sorry.
I'm just worried that... I'm just worried that if I let you do everything, I'm gonna fall into the habit of relying on you to do all the housework.
私は別に構いませんけど。どうぞ甘えちゃってください。
Alright, but if I come home and I see you singing with a bunch of mice and birds, I'm going to suspect something went awry.
I'm not sure I want to be spoiled rotten by you, though. Besides, I want to cook together.
そうですか？ならお米研いでもらってもいいですか？
Sure. If there's anything else, let me know. What are you planning to make today anyway?
一応ロールキャベツと風呂吹き大根を作ろうと思うんですけど、嫌いだったりしませんよね。
That sounds great. I'm sure it'd warm us up too.
With that, Kanna and I set to work. That said, it really isn't all that difficult. Nevertheless, standing side by side in the kitchen together feels nice and new, and it's quite fun as well.
There. I'm done scoring the daikon, and the cuts aren't too deep, are they?
はい、そうですね。それくらいがちょうどいいと思います。
Oh, what about chopped onions? Are the pieces too big?
はい、問題ありません。
Is this enough water? I'm supposed to bring it to a simmer over medium heat and then lower it, right?
はい。で、さっきから確認ばっかりですね。
Oh, I do the same thing in the kitchen.
Oh, I guess I do.
It's probably a habit I picked up from work. Using a small dish, Kanna checks the taste of her broth. Placing her shapely lips against the rim, she tilts the liquid into her mouth.
こんなものですかね。
She runs her tongue across her moist lips, licking up the juice. It looks oddly sexy for some reason.
For some reason in my head, it was like a snake.
Probably because of the activity she gave me earlier this morning. As I watched Kanna with growing excitement, she holds out the small dish to me.
昴生さんも味を見てください。
42? I mean, what?
Sure.
There's a small spot around the rim that seems to glimmer. Is that where Kanna had put her lips? The so-called indirect kiss. After everything we've already done, there's no reason for me to feel shy about something like this. But my deeply ingrained virgin instincts make my pulse race nonetheless.
どうかしました？
Oh, it's nothing.
Kanna doesn't seem bothered by it, which disappoints me a tiny bit. Still, I do my best to pretend it doesn't bother me either and place the dish to my lips.
じー
What?
今、私が口をつけた箇所を確認してから味見をしましたね。いやらしい。
I mean, I didn't want you to think I was avoiding it on purpose. But don't worry, Kanna. I'm willing to accept everything about you, no matter how dirty.
私が特殊性癖持ちの変態みたいに言わないでもらえませんか？失礼ですよ。
Sorry. I didn't mean to.
それよりも味です。どうですか？もう少し濃い方がいいとかありますか？
The taste of the dashi is clearly present, but on the whole, the flavor isn't too weak either. How do I put this? It's just the way I like it.
This is good. No, it's great.
よかった。お世辞ではなさそうですね。
I'm not. I really think this is going to turn out amazing.
そう言ってもらえるのは嬉しいです。それじゃあこのまま煮込みますね。さてと、あと一品、和風のサラダを作りましょう。
You're still making more? You really are good at cooking, huh?
いろいろと陰で努力もしてますからね。なので努力が実ったことは純粋に嬉しいです。
To be fair, I guess if you gave someone long enough of a lifespan, they'd get good at most things.
Well, and I mean, after the incident with those kids where she was trying to feed them and the food was bad,
Yeah.
I think she was trying to compensate.
Yeah. I forget how many lifetime... That was one lifetime ago, right?
You know, I don't remember.
Because I remember she didn't interfere. She just sat there the first time or two.
Yeah, the first two, I think you're right.
Yeah. So it was a lifetime or two ago. So we can assume it was at least 40 years ago.
That's probably
at
true.
least.
Yeah.
Huh. Thanks for the food.
お粗末様でした。
Oh, that tasted incredible. Seriously.
喜んでもらえて本当に良かったです。明日からも頑張って作りますね。
Oh, that'd be awesome. But you don't have to cook all the time, you know? I'll be happy to cook as well. And we can always just eat out or buy something from the convenience store.
そう言わないでください。私がしたいと思っているんですから。
Alright, well, I'm certainly looking forward to it. Your cooking's seriously amazing.
本当にいっぱい食べてくれましたけど、いつもこんなに食べてるんですか？
Of course I do. I'm a growing boy.
To be honest, I think I overate. My stomach's about to burst.
無理はしなくてもよかったのに。
I wasn't. Everything was just so good I couldn't put down my chopsticks. True story.
私も調子に乗って作りすぎたかもしれませんね。明日からはもう少し作る量を加減します。
No need to adjust the flavor, though.
了解です。さてと、じゃあ片付けてしまいましょう。
Yep.
ゆっくりしてていいですよ。片付けは私がしますから。
Oh, come on, I can't do that.
行くんですよ。
Kanna flicks me on the forehead as I move to stand up from the kotatsu. Although there wasn't enough force for it to hurt, it was enough to make me fall back down onto my butt.
ほら、本当に苦しそう。残さず食べてくれたお礼じゃないですけど、まあ感謝の印のようなものですよ。
Usually I just expect that from Mikado.
Now I'm imagining him, like, you hand him a glass of water and he just starts drinking it with his tongue like a cat.
Blem, blem. You know?
Alright, fine.
Kanna carries the dishes over to the sink to wash them. As I stare at her from behind, I can't help but think back to this morning.
No, I can't right now. My stomach hurts too much.
If I were to do any intense physical activity right now, I'd probably throw up. And I don't want that. And she doesn't either.
I guess I'll just relax.
I resign myself to laying under the kotatsu while I watch Kanna busy herself with the dishes. Afterwards, the two of us continue lazing around doing nothing in particular. Since it's still New Year's, there's quite a variety of holiday programs being broadcast tonight. Kanna and I sit together under the kotatsu, watching the TV. We're watching a movie about an ordinary man on the run from the police after suddenly being framed as a terrorist. It isn't a very serious flick. There are some funny gags here and there. Overall, it's fairly enjoyable. Finding myself engrossed in the film, I watch intently until the end credits and give my back a big stretch.
That was pretty decent, huh?
Kanna's just asleep. No response. When I look beside me, I find Kanna leaning over the kotatsu, already fast asleep.
That's actually pretty cute. The
twin tails?
pigtails and
Yeah.
the what do you call it? The like sleep outfit.
Oh yeah.
I guess we were up pretty late last night, and she got up pretty early this morning too. Huh, no wonder she's tired.
I get out of the kotatsu and lift her up,
Kinda heavy.
and that's when she wakes up. No, scratch that. She isn't particularly heavy. It's just simply difficult to lift a person who's completely passed out. I carry her to the bed and gently set her down.
I'm sure it's not that bad.
No.
It reminds me, I don't know if you ever read this comic book, but there is an issue of Superman's girlfriend, Lois Lane, which
No.
was one of the series published in the Silver Age,
Mm-hmm.
where Lois Lane gets hit by a ray that's supposed to make crops bigger, you know, like increase the size of vegetables and everything.
Okay.
And it makes her fat. Because that's how comics work. And the cover of this is Superman carrying a fat Lois Lane, telling her, oh, you know, I'm sorry, and like huffing and being like, I'm sorry, miss. You're a lot heavier than the woman that I'm normally carrying around, Lois Lane. And I'm like, why is she heavy for Superman? He can lift like a building.
Oh my god. That is hilarious.
It's actually a hilarious comic. And with one of those, you know, those plots that only happen in the Silver Age.
Mm-hmm.
After working at the cafe, I'm exercising my body a lot more than I used to, but I'm still kind of weak, huh? No, I guess Kanna's tits are pretty heavy too. Not that I'm complaining.
I lightly press my hands together in reverence before pulling the covers over her sleeping body.
Better
right.
give thanks.
I enjoy the time we spend together. I've had that thought many times. Nevertheless, the unease I felt this afternoon still remains firmly rooted in my chest. The reason I've been so excited about moving in with Kanna is probably because it's a first for me. Living together with someone, making a life with them. Up until now, I've always considered those two things one and the same, but I feel like I've come to realize that they're completely different. Even though it hasn't been very long at all.
These past couple days have been nothing but firsts for me.
My first time having sex, my first time living together with someone. By anyone's standards, I loved my mom. That's a weird segue.
I was about to say, that's an interesting thing. What comes next?
Freud. And I don't hate my dad either, although I do have a hard time dealing with him sometimes. But if you asked me whether I had really lived with either of them up until now, honestly, I'd have a hard time answering. Getting married, having a ceremony, having kids, raising a family, and living together, these are all things that I want to do. However, this just isn't something I can picture clearly in my head. I can't imagine it.
I'd like to think that my feelings for Kanna right now are love. But what does it mean to truly love someone? Oh, that was cringe. My back, my chest, my whole body is itching with cringe.
Even I realized that was a terribly cringeworthy thing to say. Apparently, I seem to have a habit of saying some rather embarrassing things whenever I find myself at a loss. Same.
For now, though, well, there's no point thinking about it anymore.
Like I thought to myself before. No matter how much I try, I won't be able to imagine it until I actually experience it.
As long as I don't give up, I'm sure I'll figure things out.
I'd never gone out with a girl, let alone had sex, yet here I am now, living together with my girlfriend. It's an unbelievable change from the life I'd been leading just a few months prior. But I'm able to do it. I'm able to attain such happiness, and that's why, from now on,
As long as I'm with Kanna, I'm sure I'll manage.
I softly stroke her sleeping face with my finger.
Yeah, I'll manage. As long as I'm with her. Anyway, I guess I should hit the sack too.
I stand up and go to switch the lights off. Then I slip into bed alongside Kanna.
Sorry about this.
I push her body a little further towards the other side of the narrow bed. Once I've made enough space for myself, I slowly close my eyes.
So warm.
Dots?
Yeah.
やっぱりそういうことを気にしてたんですね。
Then it's a good thing I often say my thoughts out loud.
生活が大きく変わるとなったら不安も感じることがあるでしょうけど、変なことを気にしすぎなんですよ。何も知らないのは私だって同じなんですけどね。今までずっと死神だったんですから。不安なのは私だって一緒ですよ。それにそもそも勘違いをしてる気がするんですよね、昴生さんって。よいしょっと。
Aw.
勝手に自分だけで心配をしないでください。家族っていうのは一人でなるものではなくて二人でなるものなんですから。幸せにするとかしないとかじゃなく、二人で一緒に幸せを積み上げていくものなんですからね。おっと、 少し苦しかったでしょうか。
No, 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 I'm enjoying it.
ちょっともう、そんなにおっぱいが好きなんですか？いやらしい人なんですから。もう。でも、そんなところも好きです。大好きですよ。
I kind of expected her to say, I am too. This was a first for both of us. There may be times when things don't go well. There may be times when we fight about things.
でもきっと、家族っていうのはそういうことです。私たちはこれから家族になるんです。失敗したっていいんです。途中で諦めたりしなければきっと平気です。あとその前にもう少し恋人であることも楽しみましょうね。カフェステラと死神の蝶。
All right, this seems like a good place to stop the episode. A good place for everybody, especially Kousei. Anyway, that was a cute one. I like that one.
Mm-hmm.
I like seeing them kind of adapting to their new lives together. Yeah, it's definitely living together with somebody for the first time, especially in a romantic relationship, is a very interesting experience. A lot of changes, a lot to get used to.
Weirdly enough, the end of that really just felt like the end of the route.
It did. You know, you bring up a really good point about that. I kind of wonder, well, at this point, I do think that they've kind of set up one final plot point, and that to me is trying to repair the strained relationship between Kousei and his dad.
I actually agree. I think this is the one where that's really going to happen.
Yeah, I think so too. And I feel like that's probably the last hurdle before they just go into their happily ever after.
Yeah.
Now, I do kind of wonder if that's going to be the next episode, maybe. I feel like with as much setup as they did during this episode, it would make logical sense.
Yeah, I think so.
We'll find out. Well, thank you all for watching. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and we hope to see you in the next one. For now, we are the Bridge Boys. Signing off.